you guys meet, and like what is it like to kind of give your whole self to a person and just commit to each other with your music, even though, I don't know, what was it like meeting each other?
Sure. We actually met on Craigslist. It was one of those...
Not in the personal section, in the
No.
musician section. We need to make that clear.
And then on misconnections. No, both of us had been kind of coming out of other musical projects over the last few years. I had been in a band in Chicago for a long time and had just moved to Seattle last May, and we ended up meeting around August or so. September of last year. And Aubrey had already also been in musical projects in Seattle that were kind of winding down or kind of falling apart, and so we were both kind of looking for something new. I'm looking for a new musical direction. So from my perspective, I had kind of been in Seattle for a few months, had kind of figured out what kind of songs I wanted to write, what kind of music I wanted to make now that I wasn't in this band anymore. And it was just one day that I was like, I'm going to look on Craigslist. Like, why not? I'm kind of ready to start collaborating with people. I've met some musicians, but it hasn't ever been quite the right fit. So I went on that one day and answered 2 ads, met with the first guy, wasn't a good fit. And then I met with Aubrey and went over to her apartment and could have gotten killed, but didn't. And we just started kind of playing around with some songs. There was a song that she had kind of just been working on. And she let me kind of take it apart and put it back together. And we were still excited. It wasn't like, it was very, very quickly we realized that neither of us had a lot of ego around the things we were creating. We just wanted them to be really good. And we wanted feedback, and we wanted someone to say, this part isn't good, we need to change it. And that's rare, and that's really rare to find. And so that chemistry in terms of working on something came very quickly. And then we got the opportunity to play a show, and we're like, oh, we need a band name, we need a logo, we need a Facebook page, oh God. And through the process of working on that stuff for that show, we were just having so much fun. Like, it was just all the annoying business things we were having a lot of fun with. And it was very clear very quickly that we would be able to work together well. And we were just so excited about the songs that we were putting together.
And to answer the second part of your question, that's a really good question, by the way, because I think a lot of musicians, even if you're just a solo artist, because you're still working in a band environment most of the time, unless you're literally just a solo artist, but it is a hard thing to put your trust, especially in this genre of music where it's very singer-songwriter based, it's very journal-esque in how we write, and most of the things that we write are first person, or they happen to us or people we know. So when you're writing songs like Matt and I do, because we are a duo, we write all the songs together, it's hard to pick apart some things or change certain things because you become very close to those songs. And it doesn't come easy. I've been in other musical projects where I haven't felt that comfortable, but like Matt said, at the end of the day, we just want the music to be as good as it can be. And so you really do have to allow yourself to be vulnerable and open yourself up. And our musical relationship is very much like a relationship you have with a significant other, which we are not, by the way. We always have to clarify that. We are a musical duo. But it's that same kind of relationship and that same kind of trust that you have to put in another person to know that they have your best interest at heart. And for us, the music is, the project that's at heart. So it's a hard thing to do, and it's a very rare thing to find somebody that you feel that comfortable with. And that's, I think, how the better bands succeed, is that they have that trust. Because it's not just us. We have a full band back in Seattle that we play with, and they're all kind of on the same page that we are, and it's such a nice thing because it's rare in the music industry to find people like that. So